Hey guys, what's up? Brian FanFan17 here, and today I thought we would do something a little bit out of the ordinary. I thought that we would basically look at other houses that are essentially in my neighborhood, because this website, the website of the builder that does the houses for this neighborhood, is basically they have their website here and they have pictures of other houses in my neighborhood on this website. So I thought that would be kind of fun to look at. Basically kind of just a bonus video of basically kind of other stuff that's in my neighborhood and kind of a little more of a history on the actual company that was the builder of my new home. You can see here I am in the kitchen right now. And we can look at other models on here aside from just the Madison, which is the model that my home is, in case you guys didn't watch the video yesterday. They have several models like Betty, Madison, Ellis, what else is in? There's even a Hunter, ironically, like the Hunter ceiling fan. So I figured I would show you guys some pictures, and they even have some walkthrough tours of, I'll basically show you guys kind of the different models they offer and stuff, because I was kind of looking through at this the other night and it was kind of fun and stuff. So I'll show you guys, so here we are on their homepage, and they just got some kind of very, I want to say, pictures that were definitely made to advertise. Like, this is just something taken from a very, like, professional photography and stuff. But you can see there are some pictures here of, like this house right here, for example, is in my neighborhood. I've passed by it many times. You can see it's got a fan out on the porch there. So you can even see some of the fans that are in some of the other houses in my neighborhood. This one kind of looks like a Kichler Sterling Manor, but it is 42 inch and it's outdoor rated, so I don't think that's what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's Kichler. And they actually have two of them. They have two different porches, and that's just, I think that's the front porch, but they have a side porch with one of those as well. But something you guys should know as we're going through this is that this, I mean, while this is definitely not the builders, this is called Inglenook, as you can see, is not a nationwide thing. They're not like brands like, what's the example, like Pulte. I don't know if you guys have heard of Pulte, or was it Ryland or something? I don't know. There's like several builders out there that are like really popular. They're nationwide, but this is not. But they do have two neighborhoods. There's this one, obviously, but then they have another one that's actually also still not too far from here. It's kind of close to where John Kirk is, actually. It's not too far away from where John Kirk is. They have another neighborhood over there that they finished developing several years back. It's older than this one. It's more like kind of late. I think it's in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. And then it might have been finished up by like the mid to late 2010s. So, that's very different. And I think this neighborhood has been a bit of a slow process too. I think the first house was built here in 2017. So, and it was actually, actually they have the first house of this neighborhood on this website. So I'll show you. You can't really see it from here, but it's over kind of that way. It's this big white house with this really fancy porch around it. And that is what they say was the first house that was ever developed in this neighborhood. It was basically just all dirt roads and then just that one house there when this neighborhood first started out. And of course, before that, it was all woods. And I remember driving by where this was many times as a little kid, but little did I know that I would actually live here, because it was just basically all woods back then. But anyways, moving on. So some of these pictures are from their other neighborhood that's closer to John Kirk. And the way you can really tell which picture's from which is by looking at the outdoor lighting. You can see both these pictures are clearly from the other neighborhood because, also I can just tell this doesn't really look familiar other than the actual houses look pretty similar. But you can see the lighting is different on the porches. You can see they're kind of a more Art Deco style lighting, I guess I should say. And kind of see that one right there. And then this one has a similar one right there. That's a newer light, but that one you can see. My neighborhood does not have any outdoor lighting like that. The outdoor lighting in this neighborhood, and as I mentioned, this one is in my neighborhood. It's actually just, actually that yellow house right there, you're seeing right there, is the same one that's right there, that porch. I showed it to you guys yesterday, actually, when they have a Fanimation Edgewood on their side porch. But this one, you can see it's got newer outdoor lighting. It's kind of more of that very slick, basic, modern outdoor lighting. And that's the exact type of outdoor lighting that I have at my house here, and that all the neighbors have. So you can tell which neighborhood is which by looking at the outdoor lighting. But anyways, let's go to their different models of homes. So you can see under our homes, they have a thing called homes for sale. We're not going to go to that for now, but that just shows like different Inglenook models that might be for sale. But you can see here are all the models. You can see Betty Rose, which is basically just a larger Betty, Ellis, Iris, Hunter, Madison, Plum Rose, and Spruce. Those are all the models that they currently offer. Ours is, I've mentioned many times, the Madison. And then you can see there's the Hunter, Iris. But anyways, we're going to start out with the Betty. The Betty is the only, besides the Betty Rose, too, I'm including both the Betty and the Betty Rose when I say that this is that, oh, there's my cat. He's slowly been getting used to the new house. He's doing quite well, actually. But anyhow, the thing to understand about the Betty is that they're basically the only ranch model that Inglenook offers. And the very first house I ever went into in this neighborhood when we were just looking at it as a possibility was we basically scheduled a tour with them. And this is when we first really started to like the neighborhood. We drove up to it a couple times and I was kind of just like, oh, this looks okay and stuff, but I wasn't sure. But then after we started looking inside the homes, we were like, this is really cool. This place has some really good homes. And the first home we ever went into was a Betty. It's a Betty that's on the other end of the neighborhood, so you can't even begin to be seeing it from here. But it is kind of a similar to color to this one, actually, but Art Deco light. This one is in the older neighborhood. This is in the one that's closer to John Kirk, their other neighborhood. So, okay, so they apparently have Betty Lou and Betty Sue. Oh my gosh, that sounds really Southern. That's like Betty Sue. I don't know. But anyways, here we go. Here, this is the same house. I don't know what happened to the fan in this picture. You can see up here there's a fan in the picture, and you can see and here there's a fan in the picture as well, but what happened to it here? That's what I don't understand. Unless if this picture is older than the other ones. I have to say this picture doesn't seem to be quite as good quality. Like maybe this was taken right after it was built and then they added the fan later, or maybe it's the same thing as what's happening right now with me where they didn't put on the porch fan until way after they moved in. I don't know, or maybe they removed it. I'm not sure, but you can see this is what a Betty in my neighborhood would look like too, but this is not one that's in my neighborhood. And this is the one that they show all pictures of. So you can see, we'll take a little 3D tour. You can see the fans that are in it here. This is a model we considered. We basically considered, we ruled it down. The other ones were too big for us. So we basically ruled it down to the Betty, Ellis, and Madison. And obviously we ended up going with Madison. But one reason I really like the Betty over the other models is this ceiling, this awesome high ceiling. I mean, we could have taken our Fanimation Odin over with us if we had ended up getting a Betty, because this is really, I love this ceiling. It's like so cool, and it's kind of a shame that none of the other models, I mean, is the fact that I do like how they raise the ceiling in here, which is nice. So I'm very happy with this, but I love this kind of cathedral ceiling here and stuff. And you can see as we're looking around here, it's similar kind of layout to what I got, where the kitchen is kind of over here. You can see it's definitely kind of looks more 2010s, judging by the backsplash and kind of this is just a very 2010s design. You can tell it's slightly older than mine. I like the pendants, they're kind of cool. And here's the fan in the living room. I do not know what model it is. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say maybe it's Minka Air. Wait, maybe there's a control. No, it does not have a control, and I don't see a visible remote in the pictures. Also, if we can, yeah, we can look at it. Here's the dining room. You can see, well, actually, they do sort of have a vaulted ceiling. It's not quite as high as this, and it's a much smaller, cramped little dining. It actually has benched seating in it. It's a very cramped little dining room. But, and then you can see, I don't know, it doesn't go into the actual living room. You can kind of see, no, not from there. You can sort of see the outdoor fan, like a blade and a bracket of it right there. Okay, so moving on, so this video doesn't become insanely long, let's move on to, you can see this part is kind of similar to my hallway there, where it's like a hallway sort of going down to the bedrooms, but then there's a full bathroom right here on the left. This does look a little different from the one I toured, like maybe the bathroom was slightly more further down the hall. Actually, yeah, because I remember the basement, the stairs to the basement being right here, unless this one doesn't have a basement. There is one house in this current neighborhood that was built on a slab. A majority of the houses have basements, but there was one that was built on a slab. And maybe that's the case with this one, because we even, after we were building our house, there was a Betty next to the one that I was saying was the first house we ever looked at. There was another, they ended up building another Betty next to it, and we snuck into it and looked at that one while it was under construction. And it's the same thing. Both those were the same, where they had the stairs to the basement right here, and it's mirror image, but it's like kind of like what you're seeing right here, except it was just one stairwell down to the basement. Obviously no second floor, since the Betty's a ranch. And you can see no fans in here. I'm not sure what this room is supposed to be. It's kind of looks a little like where the master is in this house, but it's like it's like being used as an office, and there's no bathroom off of it. So I don't think it's the master. I think the master actually, at least in the Betty's that I looked at. Okay, the basement's, there's the basement's over here. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, no, it wasn't like this in the ones. This is different. This is a little different. Now, of course, there's a Betty Lou and a Betty Sue. So maybe that's the difference here. Now you can see, okay, this is the master. You can see it's got a hallway kind of going down to now this is very different from anything that's in our house, where there's like a whole hallway kind of going down to the master, and the bathroom's on the right, the closet's on the left. It's just gotta, yeah, know his or her closets, because these are kind of cottages. They don't really do like fancy stuff like that, big stuff. So looks like we got a Fanimation embrace here in the master bedroom. That's kind of cool. I hate when oh yeah, okay, that was annoying. Oh, I can see the remote for it. There's the remote for it right there. It's an older Fanimation remote, not anything like the ones that are in this house. Okay, let's go to the basement. I assume this is the door to the garage. That's obviously a closet. mean, it's possible I might divide this video into segments, because it might get really long if we could do this with all the models. But yep, you can see here's the basement, which is similar to mine in the sense that it is kind of, oh, it's not similar to mine. They got a whole nother bedroom down here, but no bath. Like, why would you put a, okay, why would you put a bedroom down there but no bathroom, unless the bathroom door is closed? But I figured they would show that. That's something they would show and not leave like shut off, like from view. But you can see there are some unfinished parts here. This part kind of reminds me of my area, except there's like not anywhere near as much stuff in there right now because we just moved in. But there we have sort of a family room area down there, or like a TV area, I should say. And I guess we don't really have a table down there though, but we might eventually. I mean, who knows? But that is, I believe that pretty much covers the Betty. But to really, okay, so to really answer my question of exactly why is this one different, let's look at the floor plan. So as you saw here, we got the 3D tour, but let's look at the Betty Lou floor plan and the Betty Sue floor plan. Okay, this looks like just like the, oh, okay, oh my gosh. Okay, this is like the ones that I looked in here in this neighborhood, except it is mirror image. You have to envision this being flopped the other way. But maybe do they give an option to do that? I feel like they should give you an option to do that because they can be mirror image. But the point is, you can see here's the kitchen. This layout is very similar to what I have in my house, except the door comes right in to the dining room there, while here it comes, it's slightly different placement, but other than that, it's very similar with the porch, dining room, kitchen, living room. Then we come up here, and yes, this is what I remember, except it was mirror image. There's a bedroom here, there's a hallway. These are the stairs to the basement. They're right there. Very similar to what you're looking at here, because this one actually has like, well, but like the kitchen is on the same side that the stairs are, or that's not the case here. Kitchen is on this side, stairs are over there. So there are some minor differences, but all the models that are made by this company all have a lot of pretty significant similarities. You can see there's the bathroom, there's the first bedroom. That might have been what we were looking at with that office, or that was just one of the bedrooms. Because that part was a bit similar. Master bedroom, bathroom. Yeah, see, they have the whole hallway. They have that whole fancy schmancy hallway I was talking about. They don't have that. It just, you go right into the bedroom, and then the bathroom is here, and the closet's there. So, and then where's like where the heck is this, like where the laundry is? Oh, I would not like that. I'm glad we have our own like separate laundry room, and it's not like right there. So yeah, there's definitely some downsides to this model, I would say. So overall, my rating of the Betty is that I think it might be even a little too small, unless if maybe, well, I mean, I guess it's not too small for two people. And if you were living there on your own, obviously that would be probably more than enough space, maybe a little too much. But, so I guess it's an appropriate size. I guess it would have been fine, but I like this because there is just a little more room. But my favorite thing about the Betty, as I mentioned at the beginning, is the cathedral ceilings, those awesome cathedral ceilings in the living room. But that is, yeah, actually, I think we're going to do this in parts because, yeah, well, actually, I think maybe I might end up doing this in parts because this ended up being very long. But, so yeah, what we're going to do, how about actually to finish up this video, why don't we, look at the other one, the other model. So that was the Betty Lou. Betty Sue, is that more like, Yes, we looked, so yeah, that my theory was right. This is exactly like the one, this looks like, this is different too. This looks like an older floor plan picture. I don't know if they do the Betty Sue anymore or not. Well, actually, what am I saying? They probably do because they have it on their site. But, and see, bedroom 2, bedroom 1. See, this is that whole hallway with the bathroom and the closet we were looking at. Yeah, where are the stairs, though, to the basement? They're not here. And did they seriously have the? This is like a little different from even that other one we were looking at. And they do modify floor plans too. I should mention that sometimes they'll put the garage in a different place depending on to make it fit with like the road and stuff. Because these are pocket neighborhoods, so some of the neighborhoods are kind of down alleys like this one is. It's not right on the road, but other homes in this neighborhood are. So they have to make some modifications. And people, the builder will do anything for a price. Not necessarily saying that that's going to be a small price, but if you want something specific done, he will do it for a price. Why, hello there. All right. And then here's the Betty Rose, and there's no 3D floor plan of this. I don't even think there is a Betty Rose in this neighborhood. This looks like a pretty old picture to me. This is definitely not in this neighborhood. This is definitely in the other one. If even that, maybe this is somewhere else. I think it's in the other neighborhood. It looks really different from even what's in like this and stuff. There's nothing like this in my neighborhood, like that design there. But yeah, I think the Betty Lou and Betty Sue, they basically have the 2 bedrooms on their main upper level. You can always add a bedroom in the basement if you want. But the Betty Rose, I believe, is just has a 3 bedrooms instead. So I don't even think there's one laid out like this where you can see there's like the laundry room. Master bedroom is like over here on the right. And obviously this part is all the same here, but then it's like there's 2 bedrooms. There's like a hallway kind of going down here, and then there's 2 bedrooms over here. So it's different. And this one you can see it's got the Art Deco light there. That's not in, actually I think that's the same one as that first picture, just different picture of the same house. But yeah, there is not a Betty Rose, in this neighborhood. I don't think they've built one yet, and I don't know if they're going to or not. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that. There was actually, I should mention, there was another Betty I went into in this neighborhood that did not have a cathedral ceiling in the living room. Who would not want that awesome ceiling? But honestly, I shouldn't judge. They can do them. But they did not have, they had a flat ceiling in their living room like this. And they actually had some various newer hunters in their house. I actually made an Instagram post of pictures of the 3 fans they had in their house. They had 2 bedrooms, but there was a bedroom in the basement that had a 3rd fan. And then obviously, fan in the living room. And then they did not choose to have a fan on their porch. So yeah, this video is already kind of running long. So I think we're going to do this in parts, so we don't end up with like an 2 hour long video. So that's basically going to be it for this segment. Oh, I should also mention, if you didn't see the house tour yesterday, I mentioned that the Madisons usually do not come with fans in the living room. Like that's an extra thing you have to do, and that's obviously something that we did. And I should mention that except for, I think, the Betty, there's a lot of other houses in this neighborhood and within this builder that do not offer a fan in the living room. And actually, that's kind of how the lower ceilinged Betty was over there, too. It's over that way, the one that I was just mentioning, where they chose not to do the cathedral ceiling. that it just didn't have a fan in their living room. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up part 1. Just go look for the next video for part 2. Hope you guys enjoy.